So, sorry, me and Aisha are here. Aisha, hi. Angel. So I posted the book that I read, the Jen Sincero book. And my friend was like, oh, I love that book and her book about how to be a badass and making money. And I was like, what? I did not know that there was another one because I didn't really look at the references.
It's a green one.
So I was like, I asked her if she has it. So hopefully she does and she sends it to me.
I wanted to read that one, but I felt like it wasn't time to read that one yet.
I feel you. I feel.
But then again, like, money books make me kind of uncomfortable.
Why is that?
Because I feel like when you're fulfilling yourself, you'll make that money.
That is true.
So I don't feel like a book should be telling me how to make money if I'm not fulfilling myself. That's just my opinion.
It feels so good out here.
Yeah. So
This is a cute place for photos.
Yeah. We just removed ourselves from toxic energy for the day.
Yes.
Getting some semi-nature in.
Definite nature. These trees aren't fake.
Yeah.
These trees are
I'm
loyal.
not walking on dirt. Walking on concrete.
And we removed ourselves from a toxic situation, which reminded me of you're gonna get your shoes muddy.
Yeah.
Your mantra.
It's past dirty with boots.
It reminds me of your mantra, which is
energy does not welcome that.
Exactly. Our energy. Squirrels. Squirrel. Our energies definitely did not welcome a lot of the things that was going on. And then it reminded me of how, their energy did not belong with us because the energy was negative. And it also reminded me that, no, I saw that people who were being negative today were very, very, very much projecting. And I noticed that when people are projecting, they usually like to take it out on who they feel is the weakest. And they're like, oh, this person is weak. I can, project these horrible things on them and say these awful things and yell and do all sorts of things. And with that, it goes to my mantra, which is that ain't got shit to do with me. So you being upset, you having a tantrum, you being mad at this, and this, instead of learning how you feel by yourself. That's another thing. When you're angry, take some time by yourself. Learn how you feel by yourself before lashing out at other people. Because when we get into our angry places, we're usually in our lower frequency. We're in our lower self. We're thinking on the 3D. We're not thinking of the big picture at all because we're upset. And take that time, step out, go by yourself, so that way you can learn your feelings before projecting them on other people and trying to make other people's stuff upsetting.
So misery loves company. Cole taught me that.
That is true. Misery loves company.
Loves company.
And hurt people hurt people.
Yep.
So if you're hurt, that's another thing. Please don't be around people.
Please be asocial. Please.
I do feel like men feel like they can't just be like, I'm hurt by this, and have it just based on how we've stigmatized things, even though I have had people who are criers, and I definitely sometimes you gotta hone it in now. Like I said, take that time by yourself. Even if you're a crier and stuff and you're like, I do tell people when I'm hurt. Okay, take that time by yourself still to realize how to communicate with other people. Because that alone time is very much needed. I am too.
How I handled the situation.
I am very proud of you. Because I was getting heated and I was like, it don't got shit to do with me. It ain't got shit to do with me. It ain't got shit to do with me. She's a big girl.
Yeah.
And then hearing you handle yourself and everything, I was like, that's beautiful, because that's honestly what we need to be doing anyway, is handling things ourselves.
Yeah.
And I need to be learning that things don't have shit to do with me and stay out of it unless asked. It's nice to see your frequency rising.
It's nice, but it feels so sometimes.
And he wanted you to be the reason for bad things so bad, and I've had that recently, and I was like, and someone would blow up at me, and it got to be to the point where it was daily. They would blow up at me every single day, and I'm like, okay. And I'll be like, I'll go out and be happy, and then they'll be like, that would just make them so much angrier. And it was a lot. It was a lot. And because then I was like, it made me feel super bad, but then I'm like, yo, I don't gotta be here for this.
I don't have to be here. I need
It's a beautiful day out.
And I was like, even if you didn't come, I was still coming.
Yeah.
But I was like, she said she wanted to walk. I'm not gonna deprive her of that because I'm in my feelings. Like, that's not fair to me or her. Like,
we needed this. Like, we need this fresh air. We need this out of this toxic environment. We need this exercise, releasing endorphins. So a person came over, and
that's fresh.
we're gonna. Yeah, that's the one I said that was fresh. So a person came over, and this person had said that they were interested in me before, and then like I learned there were some habits of theirs that I'm not super comfortable with, but to each your own.
Yeah.
But like that ain't got shit to do with me. But I love my body and I love my bubble and I love my space and my energy and everything like that is sacred to me. So I cherish it. So the chance of them ever entering my body is 0 to none. So it's just like, ooh, I cherish my body so much. And now that I'm making love to myself on a regular,
Angel time.
Angel time. This morning I was a little stressed out and a little backed up because I was like, I woke up late. We went to bed late though. But I woke up late. I woke up at like 9:30 and then I had angel time and came twice as opposed to my usual like 4 to 5. So, but then I was like, I mean, it was good. It was for what I needed it to be. And I was like, And then I like got up and got started with my day and I was like, cheery.
Y'all get bothered by everything?
At least I'm a Pisces. I know we get bothered by a lot. Like, we're water signs. We get bothered. Our emotions are usually on our sleeves. So that's why it's weird when I have like Cancers and Scorpios who are like, we don't have emotions, we don't get emotional. And I'm like, bro, we're water signs. What are y'all talking about? This is what we do. This is what we're known for.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think too, like being a fire sign and knowing that it's hard for me to express how I feel. Don't get mad at me for it.
Yeah.
Because you know. But you also have to be understanding that you can't be mad because someone else does.
Yes.
And that's something I think is misconstrued too. It's like, we know we don't, but we don't allow anyone else to. And I think that's something that I have to work on. Because I'm not very sassy.
That is true.
And I'm not the romantic. I'm not the, oh my God. I'm just, the love in your eyes looks like the stars in the moonlight sky. Yeah, that's not me. I'm going to tell you I love you, I'm going to kiss you, and I'm going to keep going. And that's going to be about it. But I can't be mad at people who can openly express the way that they feel. And then that shows to me, from what I've been learning lately, that if I'm upset about them showing their feelings, that just means that I'm upset because I can't
do it, yeah.
So that's something I have to work on.
So I've always been like, okay, I know that water sign, I know that we're emotional. A lot of the times I can't quite identify what emotion I'm feeling. All I know is that I'm feeling some type of way. And that's what I was saying before. Take some time by yourself. So one thing about Cancers, they feel, I'm gonna give the example of like my iguanas. Okay, so my iguanas, like we see so many different colors as humans. Iguanas see so many more colors. So the way that Cancers are, they feel so many more things that are like sub-levels to feelings that I don't even know how to identify my own all the time. So they'll feel all these things and they'll feel them all a lot, like all the time. They are feeling things. Oh, I'm feeling that. Like sometimes I can like, you know, I'm at work, let's turn some things off and just go on autopilot for a little while. They don't do that. They can't do that. It's always going. And so that's a bit draining because they're always feeling something and then having to be in touch with someone else's feelings, and then they feel like, because you can't, they're like, how do you not feel these things? And they get really frustrated with others because they don't feel that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, and it's just like always saying I'm sorry, and I'm like, I don't apologize for other people's feelings anymore.
And that's something I know once I awakened, I caught myself doing now, is I don't apologize for everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just kind of like this conversation that we had today, I would have been like, I'm sorry if I made you indifferent, blah, 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 which is probably me shrinking into my smaller self, lower self.
Don't get me wrong, every sign has their pluses and minuses. This is just something that I'm really recognizing that's been a really big thing. And I'm like, ooh.
You see, I was that person before that I was like, oh, that doesn't really mean how people are. And now I'm seeing it. I'm like, ooh.
Ooh.
Now I see why they're like, oh, no. We don't date because like, I'm like, oh, no, we don't eat those.
No. I'm okay on that.
No more
So Virgos are on my list of a no. And Scorpios are getting added. They're definitely...
The list is pending, you guys.
The list is pending.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. It should definitely be a definite. It's just that Scorpios, I feel like, are also wishy-washy to a certain extent. Like, Pisces are wishy-washy too. But, like, they do it, well, like us. They do it with our emotions where they're like, oh, we can be nice and stuff sometimes too. It's okay. Don't write us on the list of never again. We're nice though, and we care about you. Remember that time? And then...
Oh, that's an infamous line too. Remember the time where... It's for validation.
Yes. Remember the time when I wasn't a butthole and I was nice?
I'm a butthole now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't remember this time. But I remember that other time when I was nice. And I was like, And then, like, one thing that I burned with my stuff yesterday was the well maybes. And I made a video about this, well maybes, and I'm like, what the well maybes is, that's the way that I usually would get caught up in the well maybes. I'd be like, well, maybe it's not as bad as I think. Well, maybe they do care.
I was wondering what the well maybes were.
And I find myself doing that a lot when I have clear, obvious signs that this is not who I need to be around. And I'll be like, well, maybe I'm looking at things wrong. Right. Maybe it's a different perspective, and it's not even like that. It's like, nope, no more well maybes. If your intuition is telling you it's a bad situation, if the history is telling you it's a bad situation, don't get caught up in the well maybes, because well maybes are lies. You're just lying to yourself.
It's you trying to validate.
Yeah.
That doesn't need to be validated.
Exactly. If you have to convince yourself that something resonates with you, it doesn't resonate with you.